Shoutouts to everyone in the community making esports bigger, making League of Legends bigger. But like I was saying earlier, the reason we hide summer spells is what summer spells you do choose makes a big difference in how you play your lane matchup. And if someone takes a certain summer spell over another one, it might give them advantage. So hiding those summer spells, like we are right now, is the reason you don't see the screen. And it's actually a big deal when it comes to teams playing against each other in matchups. So the game is going to start, and we will have a spectating delay.
Now we can actually show them the summoner spells now, because each team that's loaded into it is going to see the other summoner spells.
Yes, indeedy.
As they're loading. So we can actually bring up that UI.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the teams, here's the summoner spells they did choose. And one of those summoner spells that I am talking about is Team Heal, because it makes a big, huge difference in lane if someone has a Team Heal and someone does not. It gives you a lot more sustain, and when it comes to winning a lane, Team Heal right now, in my opinion, is one of the biggest spells for deciding a lane, and especially in trades, because you're not going to come out ahead if they have a Team Heal and you don't. It looks like Dawn actually went for the safer teleport to have more map control and mobility over the Team Heal. Where Silsol, I mean, his plan is the hot shot GG. His plan is to basically lay down a tent. He's going to camp up there, and so he doesn't want teleport. He doesn't need teleport. He's going to trust his team to handle fending off dragons, stuff like that, and win their lanes and keep that out of a possibility range. And instead, he's going to go for a really strong lane, have his ignite, have his team heal, have his natural heal from Nidalee, and he's going to gain his advantage that way.
The Maokai jungle should be interesting. It's funny that we have both Maokai and Shaco, both of them that can get the interesting starts with their saplings.
Yes, saplings. I mean, Maokai might be a really good pick against Shaco. He can do a lot of kind of preemptive warding and vision action with his saplings, and so he can do a lot of cute stuff like that. Cute stuff that way. But the main thing to Shaco is he going to get those early ganks, and how active is he going to be with that, and controlling Shaco? I mean, we're going to have to see a lot of early warding from the split rows and good control that way. Because otherwise, I mean, if Shaco gets on the loose, that's the worst thing you can have for your game, and he's very good at doing it. And even if you ward him out, he can sneak through your wards and do a lot of tricky stuff. So he's a very, very hard jungler to deal with and count for, which is usually why you see him as a very common ban. And as you can see from clearly vVv Gaming, I mean, I guess we didn't point this out, but their bans, I'm pretty sure they looked at last game and they were like, oh, what champions were they playing? And then just took their highest deal of players and banned all those champions. Because that's what it looks like to me. Besides, they saw Victor and probably laughed. And we're like, whatever. We're going to ban Ahri.
Hey, Victor was OP last game.
I mean, in all honesty, though, Lee Sin and Skarner are pretty typical. Skarner is usually a pretty typical ban, and Lee Sin now is too, because, I mean, a lot of top players are basically saying that you don't even need to land his Q to gank out of the jungle. You basically run up, and all you have to do is get the red proc or get his W. Isn't that the one that slows the crippling one? Or is that... no, for Lee Sin. He has the crippling crippling ability that slows.
Oh, yeah, his E.
Ah, yes.
It hits AoE, and then the second, if the AoE hits, it'll trigger a slow. And it's actually, I think I want to say it's like a 30% slow at rank 1, so it's... So
yeah, we are in the game now. Loading up, I'm super excited to see what goes down here. Ooh, that's a cool Wukong skin. I've actually seen that one. That's not the general one, it's not the on fire one.
So there is a blizzard in Western Washington right now.
Yeah, just so you guys know, we actually were going to be in the same room casting together, and then we actually ended up staying apart because snow. I live on a giant hill, which has tons of snow, so we weren't able to get together. So we're streaming actually over Skype from different places, so I hope this all works out. I hope the audio is good, I hope the video is good, and I hope you guys enjoy this.
Yeah, feel free to leave us any feedback in the chat channel. We have the ability to read chat. If you have any questions about the game while the game is going, let us know.
I'm so excited for this game. The game has just started now, and you see a really quick buy and run off. Still was maybe thinking about it. I thought they were going to all just tear off right away. And they are going to run really quickly. They're pinging towards blue. So they're going to go surround that area, protect that area. Probably not go for... we don't see a ping path for invade, so... Probably not going to see an invade, and I'm interested to see what Team Get In There does. If they use that Maokai to do some scouting, or maybe they try to do a steal. We will see.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Nilly's going to move up there, probably utilize those traps to get some vision advantage. She's running up right now. We're running straight into the enemy's jungle. Going to ward the brush right there. Smart play by Nidalee. Silsol. We just call him Silsol. We know who he is. He's probably going to use some sapperlings. You see, place one right up here in the bush to check for that. He might throw one in their brush farther away. Nope, he's going to throw one over to red. I would be really interested in a red steal, maybe. Do you know what that Wukong skin is? Is that for the New Year's?
That's the new lunar.
Nice. That skin's badass. Annie, being really smart. If you are an Annie player, a new Annie player, you don't know about Annie, you want to get her W first, which is her AoE flame ability, Incinerate, and you're gonna basically charge that at your base on your at your spawn point, and you'll get all your mana back. But you'll basically charge up your stun. So if a team fight were to go down right now, you'd have an AoE stun, and it does a lot of damage. It does 80 damage at level 1. So that's pretty strong if it came to a level 1 team fight to have an AoE damage stun. And it looks like we're going to see an invade here. They scouted out and know that they moved through that brush. They're looping around here. We might see a steal at red.
Steal is red.
That was a common strategy for them, but it might be Silsol's going to help this out. This is a pretty strong strat. I haven't actually seen this a lot, but it is a very good strat, and they're going to really, really quickly steal that. But what we saw last time was we actually saw Maokai go to the enemy's red, or we saw...
You have a double buff, Shaco, blue-red, and ganking mid.
Oh, wow. Already on to Perpetration. Perpetration's gone. Perpetration's down. And that's why you banned Shaco. That is why you banned Shaco, because that's... Oh, my gosh. Very smart play by Team vVv, and you can already see why they're high-level players, and this is the big leagues right now, so... Team Git's really going to have to... the Perpetration's going to have to put that out of his mind, know that, something shady just happened. They knew they would take that risk when there was a Shaco in the game. And, he's going to have to come back to lane and be like, all right, clean slate. I can beat Nanny. I just need to be careful now. And I would suggest ward up. And Dawn versus Silso right now. Dawn looking pretty good. Silso does have that range and heal advantage once he gets it. Dawn turning right now into Silso. Queuing her, and now they're trading, and Dawn's losing out a little bit on this trade here. Eats that trap. Silso's now pushing him out of the creep range. And Silso out of mana right now. Used his heal, now he's low on mana. Silso has a pot left. Dawn has 2 left. So he's winning that little mini war, but he does not have a heal on tap. So the advantage of Nidalee is you have that movement speed from her passive, and she has really quick attack speed, and she's able to just poke you. It's really hard to deal with, especially for bruisers, and Silso is going to go back right now. She's pushed up, so when you push up your tower like that, it's easy, it's free to go back. Ooh, he's going to come back in. Season advantage, he has half mana, almost full health now, and Dawn needs to start thinking about backing out here. Good use of his decoy, to maybe try to eat some damage. Some abilities. Maokai sneaking around. They did see this, so they are going to ping it. Silso doing a really good job with those traps. It's Nidalee. Dawn's going to go in, actually, right there.
Probably doesn't want to do this. I'm not sure if...
No, he doesn't want to, because, the other thing is that the
Silso has team heal on, as well.
And that is the ace in the hole right now in an exchange, and I've really known Dawn to play that game too, and they know each other's there. Shaco's going to sneak in there, putting a lot of damage on him. Annie coming with her stun. There's the stun to Maokai. I don't think Maokai's going to be able to. Just barely got it. Oh, Anne's going to flash right after, pick up the kill. Cassiopeia huge damage with those crits and that shiv. That is just disgusting, especially with that red. And, Perpetration's going to have to back out of here. He cannot hang. He was trying to focus Annie while she was focused on the Maokai and try to take advantage that way, but wasn't able to do it. And Siver's getting in there right now. Getting really, really close. And their Sona pretty low. Can't support that much, but she's putting a lot of damage on the Graves. Going to catch him with the tip of that boomerang and just barely doesn't kill him. Soraka with the late heal, but now it's since he didn't kill him, he's going to start to get the heal buff and get back in there. And Silsol picking up the kill on the Don Wild Cherry. He tried to trade, but again, that team heal. And you see the team heal is popped, and that was the deciding factor. He had team heal and Don didn't. And you think Ignite would actually help with the team heal, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. Like, the team heal still pretty much pumps through that, especially if you have a level advantage too. And Don's teleporting right back in, so he's gonna now, since he died, he's gonna try to take that advantage back and take on a no mana Silsol at tower. Silsol gonna poke with relative safety. She's taking actually a lot of creep damage. He's going to move in. He's going to pick up the kill. Great job. He's baiting those hits, looking like he was just going to sit there and take the hits, and then just waited till his minions got her low enough and then just took him out. So great play coming back by Don Wild Cherry, knowing his top lane and showing me something right there. I think it would have been even more meta if he actually would have saved the Ignite in the previous team fight. If you would have able to, if you see her pop the team heal, you could actually save your Ignite.
Looks like Shaco's setting up to come in on mid.
Yeah, he is, and there he is again, putting tons of damage on the Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia is going to turn around, put tons of damage, try to trade with Shaco and get him low enough so the turret kills him, but you just need another hit. Maokai coming in, stuns the wrong person, gets stunned by Annie, and now he's going to take tons of damage, he's going to go down. Unfortunate play by Saint Stig. And you know what? This is the problem with letting a Shaco get picked, and you can see RC Craft knows his Shaco. He's playing a very, very, very strong Shaco right now, running around, just wreaking havoc, and you can see how much burst damage he really has, and he's getting fed to the point now where it's going to start to get he's fed too early. He's been fed way too early, and you can't have that with a Shaco. You have to keep him in check, and I mean, that cat's out of the bag right now. Meanwhile, bottom actually playing a really good game. AX and Split Rose actually keeping this pretty fairly even. We see Sivir at 30 sticks, and Graves, though, leading the CS, though. That's where they're winning. vVv's winning in the bottom lane right now. He's winning in CS. He has about 55 to the 38 or 40 of AX. And I think the reason they picked Annie is because you can build their tanky and you just charge up that stun, and then it's a really great gank with Shaco. And that burst potential that just straight up just like, I'm going to kill you burst potential, especially when she hits level 6. And now they're doing some sneaking up. I think Perpetration may have seen this, but...
Oh no, Perp needs to be careful.
Yes.
Alright, he's just dropping a ward.
It looks like Shaco's going to blue pill, placing that Jack in the Box there. You can see, scope out that red when it comes up. Very smart play by Shaco. Now the bottom, constantly pushed up against this turret. They do have really great warding, though. You can see at the Dragon and at the Tribush by Split Rose. They do have a ward up at Dragon, so they can see Mokai coming if they did. But if Mokai would have crossed up here and come back down and around, which is a Saint Stig move, they would be able to probably pick up a kill. I'd like to see that more. I mean, I think they're trying to mitigate the damage, the hemorrhaging of mid right now. Because Shaco's just... And here comes Shaco again. I think he did see the poof. So he's going to back off here, and he will get out of that Shiv. Just throwing a little damage with that red buff. And now they're thinking about maybe trying to get Silsol here. There's no traps, no wards. So he's going to sneak up here, does not see it.
Not going to have enough damage.
And, Saint Stig's going to try to run away, but that Ignite is going to pick him up, and there's no way they're going to be able to catch Nidalee, and that is the problem with Nidalee. Oh, Shaco sensing a kill here. Annie moving up too, and they know that red is up because Shaco did place that box. And since Dawn's gone now, this is a free red for them. They're going to be able to get really, really fast, as you can see here. Shaco has his mobility boot, so he's just going to be able to move farther and farther and quicker around that map. And
no.
Here comes the free crit onto Maokai. And there's the Shaco ult, very good ult. This Cassiopeia ult, but the Tibbers comes down, does massive damage on the Cassiopeia, and now, even though they were able to pick up Shaco there, Nidalee comes in, and this is the numbers game. The 2v2 becomes a 2v1, but becomes a 3v1 in the end, and Silsol come down, very smart team play, and the bottom, they're also, vVv is kind of winning this bottom lane too. The advantage of having, I almost don't like the Sona as much with a Sivir. I actually like their Soraka with a Sivir a lot more, just simply because you can actually have that mana battery, and Sivir is a character that really does need that mana. I think if you had a Soraka instead of a Sona, they would have fared a lot better with that, having her as a mana battery. And you can see this trading. The trading is pretty gross. I mean, even with turret hits, Silsil's coming out ahead in these exchanges, and he's going to back right now and buy. Right now he has 2 Doran's Blades. Probably going to pick up a Vamp Scepter, move into something else.
So they're going to leave that turret probably just at a hair's breadth. You probably don't want to take that turret down, that bot turret down before 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's actually something playing with a lot of high-level players we have actually learned by playing, that you don't want to move it down, take out that turret before 15 minutes, because what you actually do is you end up using this turret to take out... and now we're going to have a team fight. Big stun onto Soraka. Soraka in a lot of trouble, gets stunned, but look at all that heal come back, but it's not going to help her. She's popped most of her heals. She's going to get focused down here, and there's that flash the last second, but no dice. Should have saved that flash for later, maybe. But good attempt, but Shaco's going to come down, and Shaco, he's going to feast. Here comes the feast right now. Tons of damage on Maokai. Maokai in a lot of troubles. Tries to stun back. Tries to flash out. He's very, very low, but he's going to get picked up by Graves' ult. Focusing back in. Sivir's actually in a lot of trouble. Oh, yeah, Sivir in way too deep. Don Malcherry coming back down. He wants to kill this Graves right here, but Annie's coming back down now, and she's gonna save the day, and Don's gonna have to do some juking to get out of this. Good flashes by both teams. I don't think it's going to be enough. Don's going to get burst down completely by Annie. Annie's actually chasing through here. There's the flash. She's going to chase the Sona. Gets the Q, gets the bear, and picks up the kill. And, this is taking those advantages and pushing them to the max. They sense that advantage and just keep driving it and keep pushing it. And, it's becoming a really, really tough situation now for Team GiT. They're down about 5k, so it's not out of hand yet. They can come back. They can play smart, buckle down. But, I mean, just looking at this play right now, Team vVv, they've come to play. They've come to show them what it's like to play against the big leagues. And this is what Go4LoL is for. This is for to get this experience, play against a team like this, and see what you're made of. And right now, there's some good stuff we're seeing from Team GiT, but they're also getting, a little worked here. But like we were talking about earlier, you use the towers to actually deny creeps, which is usually why you don't take it down before 15 minutes. But with this advantage, I think they're feeling that what they're going to do is they're going to take down the turrets, and then they're going to take over control of the jungle. They have all 3 main turrets down, and so now what they're going to do is they're going to ward up the enemy jungle. And you see, GiT is already prepared for this by starting to ward their own jungle. But you see, vVv is already warded GiT's jungle, so they're setting up a dragon now, and they have the advantage, and they've killed the front turrets. So now what they do is they take all that vision that they've already set up now and the turrets down, and now they're just going to run rampant because you have no safety from turrets anymore. And they're going to get this first... Go ahead.
I was going to say, Annie's going to go down.
Yeah, Annie's going to go down, trying to be cute at blue, and now they're coming down to dragon. They are going to pick up the dragon, though, and back off. the fake Shaco hiding back there, but Soraka's in a lot of trouble. She doesn't actually have a flash now, and she's pretty much DOA. Using those heals and actually doing a little bit of baiting there, and lots of damage coming from Perpetration on to Nidalee, to Silsil, but it's a trap. Just getting out there just in time, but Shaco picking up the kill, coming in from behind. Sona's going to go down. Don not quite quick enough, and that's not what you want. There's too much heal on the other team. You can't win those exchanges, and you are behind. Maokai's going to go down. Don's going to use a decoy to get out of there. And what look like some kills, I mean, the thing about Nidalee is if you're going to try to kill her and focus her, you have to, everything has to go onto her. Otherwise, she can just switch to cat form, or she can heal, then switch to cat form and pounce out of there, and then you're left with all your cooldowns off and the rest of their team coming in and melting your face. And, Soraka doing a good job of baiting there. I mean, Sorakas that are, equally leveled or staying with it leveled, and especially with team heals and stuff like that, are really hard to deal with.
So it looks like the Soraka player for vVv in Ozadin plays World of Warcraft. Oh gosh, here comes the
Don using that decoy to take some DPS there, but great switch back over. There's that smart play by Don, knowing that situation that a lot of players don't know. If there's wraiths there you go. There's a nifty juke that you Wukong and other players that have dashes like that can use. And Maokai going to start the red, unknowingly just runs straight into Annie, And then now Shako is going to zip back, trying to be fancy too, trying to get out of there. Saint Stig doing a lot of action there. A lot of poison actually going on to Silsol. Silsol in a little bit of trouble if he can get another hit. Gets that slow barely onto there, but the heals come in. And now Perpetration's dead as the rest of his team is surrounding there. Ton trying to come back again and try to get Silsol. But, I mean, there you go. I mean, Nidalee is such a pain. And especially when Silsol's playing, just knows that character inside and out. I mean, it's how Hotshot GG got a lot of his fame, which is playing Nidalee, because she has a lot of tools that are really good in these scenarios. And really what's happened right now is, I mean, like when you're used to playing a lot of games, and this is what you need as an up-and-coming team, is you need to play teams like vVv. And the reason is because when you typically play against teams that you're better than, and you're used to you're used to being more powerful, you're used to having higher levels, having better gear, you play differently than when you're behind. And what's happening here is Team GiT just isn't used to playing against teams that are ahead of them and this good and this coordinated. And so this is really valuable experience, and this is why Go4LoL exists, and this is why it's a great opportunity for up and coming teams. Silsol's surrounded by people now, but doesn't really care. Has the pounds to get out of this. Has a heal if they want it on command, and here comes Annie, but she does not have a charge stun, so this is actually really ill-advised. I think vVv getting a little overconfident here. They get turning it around on them. They're going to maybe pick up Silsol here. A lot of damage going to Perpetration, and, you know, Donwell Cherry flashes after him, says, "No, you will not escape. You are going to be mine." And meanwhile, Graves picking up a kill bottom, and picking up the split push. Soraka going to pop her heals again. She does have a team heal. Actually, is down off cooldown, so she's not going to be able to survive this. Donwell Cherry has the red buff on her and the chase after, so, you know, hanging around a little bit too long was vVv Gaming, but the problem is this is also a trick too, a trap for a lot of teams too, is when you get those big kills and you're like, alright, sweet, we're back in this game, and then really what happens is they go back and buy and they come back with full health and all your stuff's on cooldown and you're like, well crap, we're still really far behind.
Well, luckily, while that was all going down, Sivir got to push push the bot lane and actually get quite a bit of creep stats, try to catch back up. She's still about 30 creeps behind Graves.
Yeah,
but
Graves
any
actually...
Any bit of farm that she can get is good, so they're going to try and send her off to a solo lane at best she can. She's just got to try and get back up.
I know, and that's another really smart plan when you're ahead, is to have your AD split push, and Silsol wants to try to get this kill. Probably not going to be able to chase down Mokai here. He has some help. Putting a lot of damage on him, but he's going to come back, stun, throw up his ult, mitigate some damage. Don knows this is a trap. He's going to back out of this a bit. Shako, super tanky, super fed. Don playing really cool headed. You can tell he's used to playing against this caliber player. Uses his decoy right there. Very smart. Perpetration using this, very smart play, using this miasma right there to basically scout out, because it does give you vision, so he's checking to see if they are there, getting some vision that way. Very smart play, using his abilities very wisely. I think GiT's starting to get their heads on. They're starting to go like, hey, you know what, we need to buckle down, we need to change the way we're playing. And Graves doing a really good job. I mean, split pushing with your AD like this when you are ahead, I mean, you can see the advantage of it. Oh no, this is bait. The rest of the team GiT wasn't there. Perpetration turning around, that's not good. Donwell Cherry coming in. Quick reactions, moving down towards Dragon area, placing down more wards.
They do got to be careful. Silsol is going to be able to push top.
Yeah,
they've relocated.
And look at this warning though by vVv Gaming with this top jungle. They're setting up and getting ready for a Baron if they want it. And Annie left alone here, going to stun and throw down all her damage onto Dawn, but Dawn's going to decoy out of this. She knows which direction he's probably going to go. Not a very good juke, has the Ignite on her, but she's not going to be able to get in there. Throws her next stun instead onto Perpetration. Perpetration's going to have to back now. So Annie's surrounded, but still, just using her stuns and that crazy burst damage when you're ahead with Annie, which you never want Annie's ahead. Because just easy mode stuns and burst damage. And now, they know that they're top jungle now. They know that they've taken care of that. Silsol picking up a kill onto Donwell Cherry. Top playing smart. And they're going to pick up Dragon and get even farther ahead. And right now, we're almost looking at a 10k lead advantage, which at this point, the items and the levels have come to the point where you can't fight teams straight up. You have to find some other X-factor advantage, if you will. And Sivir just getting chased down now. by the Shaco. They're just running loose. So like I said, the advantage to what vVv did there by sending and having Graves solo push so long is they have the advantage, so they know that they can fight a 4v5 if they want to, but then they're just giving all that farm to their AD, and you can see it pay off. 171 creep stats. I mean, 118 is what Sliver has, and that's the only thing that's even comes close. I mean, he's blowing everybody else on their team out of the water by almost double CS. And somehow he's been able to get in there for 3 kills and an assist, so, I mean, very, very smart play by them. And Still Soul just going back to his hot shot GG solo top, just like sit in the lane forever style.
There's going to be the contention for that red.
There is, and you know what? Really at this point, GiT needs to give it up. They need to give up this red. It's going to be a 4v3, but they're so far ahead. Maokai is going to get bursted down instantly. Don's going to go in, try to get some kills off. Perpetration gets exhausted, so that damage is going to be really mitigated, but he's going to instantly bursted and blown up. Sona already used their ult to try to help out there. Don doing the best juking can, but they're just too far behind right now. And vVv really has just solidified this. Had this great spread out right there. Great. I mean, this is great dodging by Don, but it's pretty much all for nothing because vVv and Silsor are just smart enough players that you saw them spread out, and they pretty much covered all possibilities for him to juke out of there. And as good as Don is right there, it just doesn't matter. And now Graves is so farmed and tanky that I mean, no one's really going to be able to match him in a team fight. I mean, even if they could deal with a lot of the rest of the team, I mean, this is pretty much over for Team GiT in there. They tried their best, but I mean, vVv, you just know they get that, they got that chokehold, and then just kept cinching it up. Basically, caught GiT in the triangle choke, and then pulled that arm. They've pulled that arm in, and this Baron. This is gonna be the tap out move, basically. They're gonna push with Baron, and GiT's either gonna go to sleep or they're gonna tap out. It's one of the two.
I like the MMA reference.
Word. So now they're gonna
2-minute Baron.
Yeah,
Not bad.
I mean, GiT doing some smart, respectable things, but right now it's just the goal advantage just gone completely out of hand. I mean, so what I would be looking for them is somehow to. I mean, it's basically on vVv to make a mistake right now. It's basically in their hands to make a mistake and gets to capitalize on it. Because if vVv just plays this out solid, they push the lanes together and stuff like that. I mean, they will win this game. There's not really much you can do. There's no stacking ults or cute little tricks you can do to win the game.
There's no press R and win button.
Yeah, there's no press R and win button.
Soraka a little bit behind. Looks like they're going to come in here. They're going to do some counter warding. They're going to want to push on top, or even split push top.
And they do have an Oracle, so they are going to be able to counter ward as well. And when you're in this position where you're this far behind, you have to give up those outer turrets. Don't even try to defend them. Even if it's 5v1, it's a trap. They're going to come up from jungle and kill you all. So sit in your base, sit where you have this choke point right here, and try to defend it. But at this point, with Baron, this is one of the scenarios that really it's up to vVv. They just have to pick a point to initiate on, and if they want to, they can probably come in and kill them. Kill Team GiT. And he's actually looking for that bear, looking for them to bunch up, and they're going to spread out now. They know what's up. And we might see a split push from vVv. And this is where the advantage of Nidalee poke comes into play too. Really quick, just able to get in there, get out, do a lot of poke. And Don's going to initiate now. They know they're under turret. Not going to let themselves get initiated on. There's the anti-bear. Going to get Sona. Going to pick up Cassiopeia. All that DPS from Cassiopeia is gone. They're going to pick up one. Oh, no kills. That's actually the only thing they picked up was Shaco's double. But that's the advantage right there. All that damage go down. All the attempts right there. But really, just vVv 2 leveled up, and GiT's going to tap out right here. And great,
congratulations to vVv Gaming.
Yeah, congratulations to great job by vVv Game, showing them what it's like to play at that really, really high top tier. And good job by Team GiT, hanging in there the best they could. Did some good things, had some great plays, some smart stuff, showed me some stuff. I learned a bit in that game. But ultimately, just not enough in the end to pull out this game. But good play by both teams.
What we'll do is